9 life-changing signs. You're finally breaking free from self-imposed limitations. Breaking free from limitations we set for ourselves is one of the most liberating experiences we can have. It's not always easy, and it doesn't happen overnight, but there are signs that you're on the right path. These subtle indicators, often quiet yet powerful, point toward a life where fear and self-doubt no longer dictate your actions. If you've been feeling like something is shifting within you, you're probably starting to break free from those self-imposed boundaries. In this blog, we'll explore 9 clear signs that you are evolving into a more empowered, confident, and authentic version of yourself. Understanding these signs can help you embrace the transformation happening within you and push you to continue evolving. Let's dive into how you can recognize and celebrate these signs of growth. 1. You start taking risks, big or small. One of the most telling signs that you're breaking free from self-imposed limitations is the willingness to take risks. Risk-taking doesn't always mean dramatic, life-changing decisions. It can be as simple as stepping into a new situation or making a choice you'd once shy away from due to fear or doubt. You might start applying for jobs that feel slightly out of your reach, reaching out to people who intimidate you, or even trying something new in your personal life, like joining a group or taking on a project you'd have once avoided. The key here is the mindset shift. You no longer play it safe just to maintain the status quo. Instead, you're seeking growth, knowing that each risk you take is a step toward greater self-discovery. These small actions add up. Taking risks signals that you're slowly chipping away at the walls that kept you comfortable, but also stagnant. When you realize that the worst-case scenario isn't as terrifying as you thought, you start to see the endless possibilities before you. This newfound courage is a significant sign that you're shaking off old limitations and stepping into a new chapter of your life. 2. You begin embracing change. Change is often seen as a threat when you're living within your self-imposed limitations. It stirs up uncertainty, discomfort, and at times, fear. But when you start to break free from these constraints, you notice a profound shift. You become more open to change. This isn't just about big life changes like moving cities or changing careers, although those might come too. It's about a willingness to look at your daily routine with fresh eyes. You may find yourself rearranging your home, trying a new approach to your work, or challenging old habits that no longer serve you. As you begin to embrace change, you'll realize that it's no longer something to fear, but something to welcome. Change becomes a catalyst for growth. By welcoming it, you're opening yourself up to new experiences, ideas, and opportunities that would have once seemed overwhelming or impossible. This willingness to shift your perspective and try new things is an unmistakable sign that you're breaking free from limiting beliefs. 3. You notice a shift in your inner dialogue. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful in shaping the reality we experience. For many people, the inner dialogue can be harsh and self-critical. When you're stuck in a cycle of self-imposed limitations, these thoughts often tell you that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that you can't achieve your goals. But as you start breaking free from these limitations, something magical happens. Your inner dialogue changes. Instead of harsh judgment and self-doubt, you begin to hear a more compassionate, empowering voice. This might sound like, I am capable of handling this challenge, or I have the skills to succeed, or even, it's okay to make mistakes. I'll learn from them. This shift in your thinking is a profound sign that you are loosening the grip of fear and self-criticism that once held you back. As you become more self-aware and aware of your thoughts, you begin to see that many of the limitations you faced were not external, they were created in your mind. Shifting your inner dialogue is a crucial step toward freeing yourself from self-imposed limitations. It's about replacing the voice of fear with one that encourages, supports, and believes in your potential. 4. You're no longer playing it safe all the time. Living within self-imposed limitations often means constantly playing it safe. You avoid the unknown, shy away from new opportunities, and stick to what's comfortable. But as you begin breaking free, this behavior starts to shift. You'll notice yourself stepping out of your comfort zone in ways that may surprise you. Maybe you start making decisions that feel risky, decisions that you would have once avoided. These could be professional decisions like taking on a leadership role, or personal decisions like confronting someone you've been avoiding. The key here is that you no longer seek to avoid discomfort at all costs. Instead, you embrace it as part of the growth process. This shift is powerful because it means you are no longer letting fear dictate your life. You realize that growth comes from stepping into the unknown, from tackling challenges head-on. By embracing discomfort, you begin to expand your horizons and experience life in ways you never thought possible. 5. You stop seeking external validation. For much of our lives, we've been conditioned to seek validation from others, whether it's from parents, teachers, friends, or society at large. Self-imposed limitations often stem from a fear of not being enough in the eyes of others. But when you begin breaking free from these limitations, you'll notice a subtle yet profound shift. You stop seeking constant validation from external sources. Instead of looking for approval or affirmation from others, you begin to trust yourself and your own abilities. You understand that your value doesn't depend on other people's opinions. This newfound self-trust allows you to make decisions based on your own desires, needs, and aspirations, rather than trying to fit into someone else's idea of what you should be. 6. You feel a sense of inner peace and calm. When we live in a state of fear, doubt, and limitation, our lives are often filled with stress, anxiety, and internal conflict. We're constantly fighting against our own thoughts, emotions, and circumstances. But when you begin to break free from these self-imposed limitations, you start to experience a sense of peace that wasn't there before. This inner peace comes from no longer fighting yourself or your circumstances. You begin to accept things as they are and trust that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. As you release the need to control every outcome and stop fearing failure, you create space for calmness, clarity, and serenity in your life. This peace is a sign that you're no longer attached to the self-imposed limitations you once held tightly to. It's a reflection of your growing confidence and inner strength. You start to realize that peace doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from within. 7. You're attracting new opportunities and people. As you shed your self-imposed limitations, you'll begin to notice that your life starts to shift in ways that are both exciting and unexpected. New opportunities start to flow into your life, whether in your career, relationships, or personal endeavors. People who resonate with your new energy and growth will begin to enter your life, and you might find yourself connecting with people who inspire you, challenge you, and help you grow. This influx of opportunities and relationships is a powerful sign that you're aligning with your higher self. You're no longer the person who operates from a place of fear and limitation, and as a result, you're attracting people and opportunities that reflect the new version of yourself. It's like the universe starts to respond to your internal shift, bringing you experiences that support your growth. 8. You become more self-aware and mindful. Self-awareness is the foundation for any lasting change. When you're stuck in self-imposed limitations, you're often unaware of the beliefs, habits, and patterns that keep you locked in place. But as you start breaking free, you develop a heightened sense of self-awareness. You begin to notice when your thoughts, behaviors, or emotions are rooted in fear or insecurity, and instead of reacting, you pause and reflect. You become mindful of your choices and start making decisions with intention, rather than simply reacting to external circumstances. This mindfulness allows you to break free from automatic patterns and create a new, more empowered way of living. 9. You begin to visualize a bigger future for yourself. One of the most exciting signs that you're breaking free from self-imposed limitations is the ability to dream bigger. When you're constrained by fear and self-doubt, your vision of the future tends to be narrow. You may not see any possibility beyond your current situation. But as you begin to release those limitations, your vision of the future expands. You begin to imagine a life that once seemed out of reach, a life full of potential, opportunities, and growth. You start setting bigger goals and believing that they are achievable. This shift is not just about your goals, but about the belief that anything is possible for you. As you visualize a bigger future, you feel more motivated to take action, knowing that you're capable of creating the life you truly desire. Conclusion? Keep going. The best is yet to come. Breaking free from self-imposed limitations is a journey, not a destination. Each sign that you are growing is an indicator that you're on the right path. Embrace these subtle shifts and trust that the journey you're on is leading you to a life that is bigger, fuller, and more aligned with your true self. The more you continue to embrace change, take risks, and trust in yourself, the more you'll discover the incredible potential that lies within you. So, if you've noticed any of these signs in your life, celebrate them. You are on the path to a brighter, freer future. Keep breaking free from the limitations you've placed on yourself, and know that you're creating the life you deserve.